And Tucker goes, well, he had to. He had to. That's his job. He's the vice president. Tucker goes, I'm not supporting Republicans. You go, what about Vance? I support him in anything he does. So look. Let's put all of our cards on the table. Palantir is a creation of the CIA. Palantir was funded by In-Q-Tel, which is a CIA venture capital arm. CIA was Palantir's only customer for 8 years. Peter Thiel founded Palantir. That is where he gets all his money. Peter Thiel used his money from Palantir to fund J.D. Vance. Peter Thiel got J.D. Vance all of his jobs in Silicon Valley, funded his Senate campaign. He was responsible for Vance becoming the vice presidential pick. And Tucker is a huge Vance booster. Tucker boosted Vance when he was running for Senate. Tucker boosted Vance when he was in contention for the vice presidential nomination. In 2016, J.D. Vance voted for Evan McMullin, a CIA agent. Tucker's other best friend is Joe Kent, a CIA agent. Joe Kent was also funded by Peter Thiel. Tucker Carlson's nephew, Charles, works for Palantir. Tucker Carlson's son, Buckley, works for J.D. Vance. Tucker Carlson's father, Dick, worked for the CIA. So very obviously, something is going on. This is a clique. This is a little gang. They think we're stupid. They think we don't know. David Sachs is going to be J.D. Vance's chief of staff. They want Vance to be president in 2028. And if or when that happens, Vance is going to let Palantir get all of the defense contracts having to do with AI, having to do with big data, having to do with surveillance. And that's going to make Palantir one of the most valuable companies in the world. It will enrich Peter Thiel. It will enrich Alex Karp. It will enrich Joe Lonsdale, who's a co-founder of Palantir also, part of PayPal Mafia with that whole gang. And Tucker is a part of that. How can you not see that? And it's not innocent. Every time he's asked, what is Palantir? He goes, I don't know. Yeah, you do. Peter Thiel is his best friend. Of course, you know all about Thiel. You know all about Palantir. You know all about Vance. And you lie. You lie through your teeth because you are a part of some clique. I don't know what it is precisely, but he's always in the Middle East, in Qatar and Saudi Arabia. He has some weird relationship with Russia and Serbia. And all of his friends are in the CIA. And then he wants to do yet another show saying that I'm suspicious because I didn't get charged. Yeah, you're right, fag. I didn't get charged. They only froze my bank account for half a year. They only put me on a do not board, no fly list for an entire year. They only subpoenaed me, all my documents, text messages, phone calls, and deposed me in the J6 subcommittee. They only banned me from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. They only banned me from PayPal and Stripe, banned me from Bank of America, Chase Bank, US Bank, Fifth Third Bank, Inland Bank. They only banned me from Delta and American Airlines. Other than that, you're right, nothing happened to me. Yeah, I'm totally suspicious. They never charged me. They only did all those things. Yeah, because I don't know. I guess the CIA recruited me when I was 17 in high school to go against Ben Shapiro. And you are totally clean. Your dad told you you didn't get into the CIA, which you applied to 35 years ago. But yeah, I'm the one that's suspicious. Okay, let's go with that. You want to keep barking up that tree? You want to keep the feud going? Yeah, you'll win that argument. Let's see, the 27-year-old live streamer who's banned from everything, or the 60-year-old douchebag whose entire social circle, family is in the CIA, who worked for Rupert Murdoch his entire life, is probably worth $50 million, is friends with multiple foreign governments and travels there all the time. Yeah, that's a winning argument. That's a winning hand. Keep barking up that tree. Surely people will be convinced. You know what? And I just have to expose these people all over again. We're working on a project to expose all of these people because it's so transparent. The problem is people just don't know. People just buy that aw shucks shtick, which I hate. That's all that is. Did you see? He did an interview this week where he said that after he got fired from Fox News, him and his wife were in bed talking about it, and the wife said, well, we'll just move to Vermont where it's cheaper. Are you kidding? You made $20 million a year at Fox News. You have multiple trust funds. What the fuck are you talking about? I swear, did you see this interview? He goes on the interview. He goes, yeah, when I lost my job at Fox, I turned to my wife and I said, what are we going to do? And she said, we'll downsize. We'll move to Vermont where it's cheaper. Like he got laid off from the post office. Like he got laid off from the men's clothing department at Macy's.